You're watching Caribbean Vibrations, and we are here with Juno Award-winning R&B singer plus theater star, Miss Divine Brown. And she's going to be performing at the Rose Theater on Thursday, October 27th at 8 p.m. on a really interesting show called Classic Albums Live Aretha Franklin Gold Concert. So how are you doing today, Divine?
I'm excellent. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking. So one of the first questions we ask everybody who comes on the show is, where are you from in the Caribbean? Where are you representing? Please tell us.
Well, my whole family is from Jamaica, you see?
Mm-hmm.
So, from Manchester.
Okay.
So, yeah. I was born here, but
okay, Manchester. Okay, represent Manchester. All right.
Yeah, man.
Now, a lot of the artists and people that we talk to, and we ask them a simple question is, how does your Caribbean culture or your parentage influence your music? Because you're a musician and artist first. How has that influenced you?
It's just, I think it's more of the foundation, I guess, right? The foundation of who I am comes from that Caribbean upbringing. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the artists that I listened to growing up were mostly reggae artists, Beres Hammond, Bob Marley, Dennis Brown, Bunny Wailer, the Wailers, the whole nine, U-Roy, Steel Pulse, the whole nine, everything across the board. So really, I think that established the foundation for me of what I know about music before I went on my own journey to learn more.
And I find that very interesting now, because now, October 27th, you're going to be doing, Aretha Franklin Classic. So tell us about that show and what can people expect?
Okay, so Classic Albums Live is a band that, and it's a whole project that their whole thing is to take classic albums from different genres and create a live experience, but you're literally going note for note. The band is going note for note, even with the fade out, so that it feels like you're listening to the album, but in a live setting. And so there's not a lot of room for, I think maybe singers have a little bit more room to kind of interpret more than the musicians do, but I still, at least for me, I still approach it with absolute respect, because Aretha Franklin, she was a great, and she's one of the those legendary voices that really stood several decades within the R&B soul sound, and as well as gospel, and she did a bit of jazz too, and blues, very foundational. So my approach is to be as respectful as possible about it, and to approach it in a way where Aretha would have approached it. Now, what's interesting about Aretha is she never sang the same song the same way twice. Never. So you could listen to several different versions of her singing her material, and she's always interpreting it differently. And I think that's what gives me a little bit of liberty and leeway as a vocalist, but I approach it with very much respect to staying true to how she would have approached it, even though Divine Brown is singing her material. So it's a really, really crazy challenge.
Well, I want to thank you for your time. I know you're busy doing rehearsal and you got so many things going on. And again, if you want to watch her, you can see her Thursday, October 27th, 8 p.m. at the Rose Theater. She'll be doing Classic Albums Live, Aretha Franklin, the Gold Album. Thanks so much for your time, Divine.
Can I also shout something out? No, not shout something out. I want to promote the fact that I released a single independently called Digital Love. Mm-hmm. And it's available on all streaming platforms. Okay. So check it out. Divine Brown, Digital Love, featuring Fingers.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
And you're watching Caribbean Vibrations.